Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Coping with Life, Disabled Mentally Ill. I am your host, Scott. Hello, everybody. It's Saturday, and it is the last Saturday of 2025. And if you're listening to this, you already know what I'm going to talk about. It's 2025 in review. Yay! So thrilled. Because y'all know what I'm going to talk about, you know. Well, no matter how depressed I am, no matter how much I'm dealing with and going through and trying to, can I say 2025 sucked? Technically, no. Technically, no. Now, have the last 11 months been hard? Yes. Did January rule? Yes. Yes. They're going to be one of those episodes? Probably. First of all, hopefully you had a good holiday. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Festivus, whatever it may be that you celebrate. And it could be nothing, and that's okay. However, hopefully you had a good one. And hopefully you have a great new year. However, 2025, it was a thing. It happened. And hopefully 2026 is even better. So, let's start in January, right? It's one of the things. Do I want to start in January or go from, December back? Because even December, November, October, November. Wait. Okay. Should be September. But, anyway, December, November, October, September, August, July, I saw My Chemical Romance. That was cool. June, I was older. May, panic attacks, and then it goes April, more panic attacks, always panic attacks. March, February, I was sick majority of all of February, and I was in a great amount of pain. Now we go to January. Y'all know where this is going, right? Can I say 2025 sucked? Technically, no, just on the merit of 2 weeks in January. I'm because throughout, I knew I wasn't going to be a bear, right? Especially now, since I've been to Japan. That's what I did in January of 2025. I want to go back. I want to go back so bad. Even though, I kind of sacrificed all of that to help people in need. And that is something that I'm not going to feel bad about. Because I care about people. And sometimes having a goal. And, would love to go next year. And if I do, y'all will join me in, but 2025. Before I talk about Japan, and if I'm being serious, 2025 was really hard on me. And you can figure out that this year was really, really hard on me. And it really affected my podcast. If you go back through, 5 years of content, my podcast has suffered a lot due to my mental health being non-existent. And that is a bitter pill to swallow, and especially figuring out I'm not okay. And it's okay not being okay. This is coping with life, being mentally ill, disabled, and all that jazz. I'm the raw myself. If I'm not, physically or mentally ill to, if I'm mentally unstable, mentally unwell, and sometimes speaking or trying to just be there for people, it is really hard. And I'm trying my best to, figure things out and try and be better. And, holidays, being alone, where you stand on things and just existing and just taking it one day at a time and just, letting me to just figure things out. And sometimes it's really hard. And this year has been really, really, really rough on me. And that is why January and my Japan trip have literally saved my life. It really has helped me. I have mentioned this on this podcast. I have mentioned it to people that I know, and the stuff that I have been through this year. The sleepless nights, the panic attacks, the deep depression, the being bedridden, and just having life lived and not living life. Where you should live life and not a life lived. And that cuts deep when you get on the level on that. But when I reach low points, and that I pull out my phone and I look through the small amount of pictures that I took. I did not take. If anybody knows me, I love taking photos. Like, every minor thing I take pictures of and try and have that. But when I was in Japan, I didn't take any pictures. wanted to bask in the glory. I wanted to just soak it in, and I'm actually grateful that I chose to do that. And those 2 weeks have propelled me in many ways, but it also determined, hey, I can do things by myself. I can do things on my own. I can go to a foreign country where I know very little. I managed to do a lot of things that people who even go to Japan stay away from, and that is okay. But I am definitely grateful for that opportunity. And I know that was really rough on my body, and the amount of pain, and knowing the 2 weeks that I was there, and there was a few days where and I know these days pretty well, even though I tried really hard not to let my brain, but when you have a 2 week block where you are normally pretty depressed and your brain lies to you all the time, being able to only have 2 somewhat bummer days, even though I still tried doing what I plan on doing, even if it was the bare minimum. And oddly enough, and I'll talk about this. Those 2 days were actually the 2 days that I was looking the most to. And it actually makes sense why, brain goes, hey, you don't deserve this. You're a waste of space, etc., stuff that my brain lies to. And, going to see the pandas and the UN zoo, and having panic attacks, and just dealing with all that noise, and then the following day, the Final Fantasy XIV Cafe, and going to Akihabara, as that I wanted to have me going to Akihabara very special, very meaningful, and it's like, I'm gonna go on this day. I'm gonna walk around, do a little shopping, and then do my time slot at the Final Fantasy XIV Cafe. That entire day was rough. There was some highlights, but it was really, really rough on me. But other than those 2 days, I managed to handle everything, and everything that I've been through in my life, everything that has happened, and just being able to go, hey, these 2 weeks, being able to do that was fascinating, and especially knowing that, in July I was going to see My Chemical Romance in Seattle. I'm like, that's a future me problem. And, like, I handled it. I'm not feeling pretty well, and that's okay. But you have the good days and you have the bad days. And the Japan trip is like, hey, I did this. I saved up money, and the people who helped me along the way, but I wish I could have just did everything all at once. But that's not how my finances are. And yay, I have 75 cents now. Yay. But hey, I went to Japan, and that was a blessing and definitely needed. It really helped jumpstart and keep me afloat. Because now I have the goal of, I want to go back. 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 And so, yeah, I want to go back. Which I knew while I was still there. And, I see the videos and article that's like, oh, Japan rail is raising prices and all these changes, and I'm like, well, the changes are good, and if they raise prices, fantastic. And Japan is, last time that I knew, Japan right now is still the number one country people want to go to. It has been for a couple years. I think that's awesome. And I've been grateful that I've been there. And in 2024, I remember many years of getting a group of people, hey, let's plan this. And since I'm a planner, that's what I do. And I have resources, and I've said this to people, and when I go back, one of the places that I want to go to and actually do things is Asakusa. And the reason behind that, because that part of Tokyo, that's where the Skytree is. That's where a lot of amazing things and stuff to do in that area, sightsee. That was a place that I've always been fascinated with. And when I went in January, I did not go. I avoided that like a plague. And the reason behind it was before I, mentioned, hey, I did a thing, the backstory behind that is here I am planning a trip. And when I plan a trip, I do things for other people. Like, I'll have, hey, this person likes X, Y, Z, and I cater everything to that. And found a nice hotel in that part of Tokyo, and, planning everything. Like, a cork board with yarn and, every single thing planning out for. And then no, I don't want to go with you. Don't want to do things. It's like, cool. And then I went, screw it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do what it takes to get there. And until I came back, I didn't, and technically I'm still paying for my Japan trip too. And that's okay. But, trying to figure things out. And, so when I went, screw it, I'm going to do what I want to do, I went, 3D Cat in Shinjuku, let me stay near Shinjuku. And so everything that I wanted to do, or would have liked to do with, the group of people and stuff, that just wasn't, it was just like, I'm going to avoid that. And as a positive thing, I'm kind of glad, because there was so many things that I wanted to do, and there was a lot of things on my list, and maybe one day I'll share it publicly, or but I had a daily itinerary and things that I wanted to do, and I'm there, and I just basically wanted to do my own thing, be me, and beat to my own drum. And like, I remember sitting in the hotel room, and I'm looking at my sheet, and like, there was two things that I have been obsessed with wanting to do. And like, I'm going to do this. I'll probably do it one or two or, 3 times while I'm there, and just, bask it in and take it all in and just enjoy. I'm sitting there, and everything is taken care of, and I'm prepared, and I made the executive decision, and I said, and I quote, "If I do this now, will I be happy? If I come back and, it's not as special, because I'm marking off, everything that I want to do in Japan. And I am very goal-oriented. I am very motivation-driven, and it took me 38 years to get to Japan. And I probably will never be able to go back to Japan. But what if? What if I do? I have things that I'm going to accomplish. Things that I didn't get to do. And I mentioned this before. I need to coffee in. One of the things that I want to do is I want to go back to Tokyo specifically for another, 2 to 3 weeks. And then the third trip, go to other places. Like Hokkaido, and other places. And I have stuff that I want to do in all those places and regions and things that I want to do. But if I go back to Tokyo for 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month, depending on stuff, I'm going to knock off stuff that I chose to not do. On the basis of being goal-oriented and knowing that, hey, I'm going to do this, and everything is ready, everything is situated, everything is, prepped. And I'm like, no, I want something to look forward to. And that's why, Asakusa is, I'm so glad that I didn't go. Because now, that I can enjoy that. And it'll be fresh. And, yeah, there's going to be something that I did in January that I'm definitely going to do again. But it's good to have things to look forward to and have new experiences. And so I don't regret those decisions. And I just did what I was going to do. But even if 2026, whatever 2026 may be, because I'm going to be honest, if you go through my entire podcast lore and stuff, I always have things to look forward to. I'll years, I book, I book my years in advance. Essentially, I do. And this 2025 really showed me, so 2026, it is unplanned. I don't have, trips to Seattle, or I don't have anything really planned. There was a few plans for February, but again, people bailed for good reasons. postponed, but, that's okay. And we have ideas, but, what will be. But I don't have solid plans for anything next year, which is weird. Like, last couple of years, I had all over the place. But, years ago, I had, let's just start in 2022. I had already did Taylor Swift in 2023, Metallica in 2024, Japan and My Chemical Romance in 2025, and as somebody who plans, and the journey into the unknown, I honestly don't know what next year will hold for me. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I just let things be. I honestly don't know what will be. So words are hard. But yeah. 2025 was rough, even though for me, and also, I'm going to be completely honest, being able to help other people to, help plan their trips and give information and stuff, it's, do the same. Whatever it may be, and, even if you're just playing. So, I am losing my voice. Till next year, I love you all. Tell the people in your life you love them, you care about them, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. And I want nothing but the best for y'all. So until next year, I love you all. I bid you all